my name is Sean Rhodes. I'm a non-traditional MBA student at USF. But before that, as you can tell from the background, I was a U.S. Marine, and I've spent over a decade selling to and serving leaders within Fortune 100 companies as an independent consultant. So I've been able to see firsthand what separates real leaders from those who are just collecting a paycheck, and that's why I have to talk about this course. This course is unlike any of the others that I've taken at USF. Every MBA class I've had up until now, instructor led, theoretical, go through the motions, read the textbook, spit knowledge back out, pass the test, and then get out of there, get on to the next thing. But not this course. This one was different. It's not about memorizing innovation, memorizing concepts or methodologies. No, this class is about executing it. It's about stepping into the mind of a designer, a leader, a problem solver, seeing the world not as it is, but as it could be. It forces you to think, to question, to lead. And let's be real, if you're getting an MBA, you're here to become a leader. You're here to stand out. And the ability to innovate, to solve problems at scale, that's what puts leaders at the top of every great company that I've worked for. Because every great company that I've worked for had one thing in common. The people who could innovate, they weren't stuck in the middle. They were the ones at the top running the show. And yet, for some reason that I cannot fathom, this course is not required for MBA students. That's frankly insane. So if you're looking for a class where you're just going to sit back, memorize theories, and regurgitate them on a test, this is not that class. Here, I didn't just learn frameworks, I was able to practice them. And if you're in this class, you're not just going to study problems, you're going to discover them. You're not just going to chase right answers, because in real innovation, I found there's no perfect answer, and I learned that in this course as well. There are only iterations, tests, failures, and relentless refinement, because that's how you win. This course will put you into uncomfortable situations, situations that will allow you to learn what it means to be a human-centered innovator. Not just corporate buzzwords, not just, the flavor of the month in consultant speak, but things that are real, not theories that have been written by someone who hasn't been in the trenches for decades. And all the other courses I've taken, I don't think the professors had an original thought because they didn't present them to me in class. It was in the textbook, and it was in class, and there was a clear line to be drawn. Not this course. In this one, you're going to start with real people, the people around you, the ones facing real problems, and you're going to learn what it takes to actually build something that matters, that can make a difference. We're going to learn about qualitative research, design sprints, rapid prototyping. Not just learning concepts, but actually creating change. Tools that you're going to be able to wield every day in this course and that you're going to be able to bring with you no matter what role you take on after your MBA. You're going to learn how to communicate, challenge assumptions, and refine and iterate ideas. And failure, something I was always afraid of because it meant either people were getting hurt on the battlefield or it meant there was money leaving my pocket in a negative way. But failure is something that was not feared in this course. It was encouraged and expected. Dr. Diazzo showed us that's how we get better. So let's talk about the professor. It's my first course with this professor, and I've learned very quickly on day one that he was not there to spoon feed us answers. He was actually there to push us, to help us break down limits, whether it was our knowledge of the topic or the image that we think we needed to present in class. On day one, I showed up reserved, defensive, but just 4 days later, I wasn't afraid to say something silly in front of the entire group because Dr. Diazzo showed us that it's often the craziest ideas that unlock the biggest gains. So this course isn't about getting things right. It's about learning how to ask the right questions. Questions that will help you refine and improve on a concept or an idea until you land on a real workable solution that you have the ability to actually launch within your organization. I didn't find that there were any passengers in this class. It was impossible to be passive through these 4 days. So if you're looking for an easy A, probably go somewhere else. If you just want to check the box and put in the bare minimum and move on, this is not the class for you. But if you want to build something real, if you want to learn skills that you can actually take into any industry, any leadership role, and make a real impact with them, this is a class where you can learn how to do it. It was just 4 days. It didn't seem like just 4 days. It seemed like we had been together a lot longer at the end of that time, but that's all it took. Because at the end of it, we weren't just students anymore. We were able to be real innovators. We were able to have pitched ideas, defended concepts, argued, debated, built pitches, and learned how to iterate them and refine them so that they could actually have a chance of landing well with the people we were presenting them to. We learned how to create things that might actually create change. So if you're considering this course, I'd like you to ask yourself, are you ready to be challenged? Are you ready to get uncomfortable? Are you ready to build something that matters, to learn skills that will actually help you as a leader in an organization? If you're like me, it's not something you found from many MBA courses at USF thus far. Well, if your answer is yes to all of those things, take the leap. Go ahead and get out there and sign up for this course. Because in this course, you're not just going to be able to learn innovation, you're going to be able to own it.